What's up, everybody? It's me, Feather. Welcome to Get Feathered. It is time for a Taurus deep dive. We're going to find out what's going on in your love life. That's right. What's going on in Taurus's love life. And it doesn't matter where it's at in your chart, or if you're a cross watcher, the message is more than likely going to be for you. So just be prepared. And of course, if you get pushback, don't force it to fit. If it doesn't feel right to you, if it causes you a lot of emotional pushback, get away from it. Don't watch it. Go watch something else, okay? It is time to dive deep into Taurus's love life. What's going on in Taurus's love life? Let's see. Let's jump into the reading screen, shall we? I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for your likes, share, subscribes, your donations, love, requests for reads, for coming and hanging out with me. Thumbs up, live chat button down below, and say hi, Feather. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. What's going on in Taurus's love life? Okay, so in this round or series of readings, we're going to talk about issues that you're having within yourself, within relationships, some things that you might be able to change to improve relationships, and some extra messages that may come through. It may be involving a relationship. It may be involving your improvements, something like that. So let's go ahead and jump into it and get started. So for Taurus, where's your energy at in regards to love, relationships? Love relationships, friendships, family ships, intimate relationships, doesn't matter. Okay. What are some things that you can improve to get better results in relationships? Some of y'all are stubborn. I just heard you say, I don't need to change anything. There's nothing I need to change. Well, whomever you are that just said that, you probably have the most work to do. Just saying. Ain't none of us perfect. Okay. So, oof. Ten of Swords. Yikes. Queen of Wands. And Eight of Wands. Okay. Wow. This is really powerful energy, but I'm feeling like there's been a lot that's led up to this point in relationships. You may have been dealt a lot of tough blows, heavy blows, not great relationship cycles, but you're ending a very negative, heavy relationship cycle right now, and I believe that self-worth, it was learning a lesson of self-worth. We're going to get to deep diving on this, but in the energies, what I'm feeling already, Taurus, is that I don't even know if I want to pull on this. I don't even know if I want to pull on this. It's heavy. But it was about self-worth, self-value, self-respect. And it's been a long trip down this lazy river, or this nasty negative river of this last relationship cycle for you. It could have involved marriage. Just heavy energy. Okay, let's just go ahead and do it. Let's just jump in. Hey, Diana, how you doing? Let's just dive into it already. Okay, let's just do it. Taurus, for this what's going on for you currently is you're ending a very painful cycle of relationshiping. Okay. So you are in the process of ending this. Could be with a Pisces, Cancer, Leo. Doesn't have to be. But you are releasing the wounding currently from now. If you're here for a he said, she said, I want to know what's going on in my relationship reading, these aren't for you. These are, I mean, it could come up in the extras, but this is relationshiping 101 for you? What is something you continually do? What is something that's going on within your energy that you could possibly change to create better outcomes in relationships? That's what we want. Are you willing to do the work? Okay. If you just want me to throw out a, hey, they're coming back and it's going to be happily ever after. No, that's not me. You apparently have not been watching me long, because that's not how I do things. That's not how I do things. If you're not having problems, if you're having problems in relationships, I'm the one that you typically find and don't want to listen to. Okay? Hi, I'm Feather. So this has been a cycle where you did learn, and I don't know how long it's lasted. Some of you could have been weeks, some of you months, some of you years. It could have been a relationship or multiple relationships, but in that negative heavy cycle, oh yes, there were a lot of lessons in this last cycle that you are closing up and ending right now. That could mean that you're going through a breakup right now or just recently. Some of you may have ended a relationship today, yesterday, day before, or just recently, but that doesn't always mean that. Some of you, it's just been so painful dealing with people, dealing with relationships. In this current that I'm feeling, the energy currents is what I'm talking about. It's like the ocean, okay? And I feel if there's more depths to it, I feel if something is rising to the surface, it's just what I do. This is allowing you some sort of freedom, emotional freedom, some clarity that's coming to the surface. It's kind of like I can breathe again. In this current or in this cycle, there were lessons in regards to love relationships of any kind, all kinds, where self-worth and self-value were necessary, and self-love. Self-respect and self-love are very important. Otherwise, you're going to allow yourself to get caught up in relationship cycles that are very unhealthy for you. Okay. This could also mean that you've had a lot of doubt, a lot of insecurity, a lot of fears, possibly, that, or limiting beliefs when it comes to relationships that have kept you from moving forward in better relationships, for having better relationship dynamics. Okay. We want you to have a healthy relationship. So it's like, you give love. You're very loving. You're very supportive. And yet nothing actually works. Nothing works. Like no one, either there's third party energies or nobody actually wants to cooperate with you. It's like, you can't get a wagon to roll if it doesn't have the right amount of wheels rolling at the same time. Or, if you have a 4-wheel wagon and only 3 are rolling, you might be able to kind of tilt all the stuff to one side to get it to roll, but it's not cooperative. There's going to be problems. All right. I don't know why that wagon, whatever. So you are in the process of ending a very heavy cycle. And this again could have been third party energy. All right. Let's go a little bit deeper in this, but it's allowing you freedom. When you free yourself up from this, or when you see it clearly, it's kind of like it's finally like the clouds have been lifted. You feel lighter. Your vibration is energetically feeling better. It's on the rise. Okay. Okay. So you did have a breakup. You're post breakup. All right. So you haven't moved forward with anyone specifically. Okay. I think right now you've just been focusing on working on yourself, getting to know people better in relationships, but it looks like there has been an ending here. The Tower has fallen. The Ten of Swords is here. So it's like you're not rebuilding here. You don't want to rebuild this tower. You don't want to reconcile this tower. Could have been a Sagittarius, Scorpio, Leo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And you talk about heavy energy, okay? So it's like, I'm going to get to work on me. I'm going to work on myself. So some of you have just been working on, your own business, working on your own finances, and just ignoring this. Or that is what you plan on doing moving forward. I really want to look at this Ten of Swords a little bit better, because I don't see that it's not going anywhere. This wasn't going anywhere. Your love energy isn't going anywhere. So maybe you just be taking some time to yourself right now. Okay. All right. Okay. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. Aries, Leo, Sag. Doesn't have to be. But right now, it looks like this ending, this breakup, could have possibly included... it could have been a marriage. Absolutely. Children, family, friendships, all of it. So at some point there was a tie to a long-term situation that you felt was your long-term happily ever after. It could have been children, family, the family environment, all of your friends and your whole community and all that stuff. And in one fell swoop, everything gone. Okay. So that's typically when you sever complete and total ties with somebody through divorce. And, assets are being distributed. Children are being, co-parenting styles are being determined. The dynamic is shifting. Some people get some friends. The other people get the other friends. Family just kind of stops dealing with the ex. And, it's just... So after the separation or this ending here, and it could have been a quick ending, it could have been a very nasty ending, but it is total separation. I just see line drawn in the sand. Do not cross this line. And I feel you're just doing your reflection. Most of you are doing reflection after this ending. So I don't know if it was, a community, the family stopped talking to you. This is really heavy energy. This is like having an argument with your mom or dad, and then everybody goes their own way. And it's just you're separated from love at this time. But it's not that you're separated from love at this time. It's you went through a pretty nasty, negative, heavy cycle. And I don't know if that was, divorce or relocation. Maybe you had to end a job and start somewhere else. But it's like you're just resting here. You are peaceful in this. There's a sense of peace here because you are really loving yourself and honoring yourself and taking time to meditate or to heal. Okay. Some of you may have had some sort of surgical procedure. Okay. Some sort of surgical procedure or health issue. Others of you, it was just not a great time. The last 10 years. Just under 10 years. I heard somebody just say the last 10 years have been painful or difficult. Okay. And that happens. So you're just taking your time to, sit the bench. You're a bench warmer right now from what I'm seeing. It doesn't mean that you're not dating or talking to people. I just don't see that your heart has found a home yet. I don't feel like you have really opened up and expressed your emotions to anyone since this ending. Because since this separation, this breakup, or this ending. It's all been about regaining your own strength, your own independence, your own freedom, feeling better, nurturing yourself, loving yourself, and doing what's best for yourself or right for yourself. And I do feel there is a sense of unconditional love and happiness surrounding whatever this connection was. So even though you're not rebuilding with this person or there's nothing solid there, not even friendship, it looks like or feels like to me there's still that feeling. There's a warm feeling and a feeling of love. So again, this is like and maybe you went through a divorce or something, and this is like they had my children or I had their children, and we grew and we raised and we spent time together, or we spent this amount of time together. It's actually appreciating the time you had spent or the feelings that were involved there. Okay. But it's just reflecting on it all. So I have some Tauruses here in that I'm reading your energy. It's like whatever this cycle of pain was, whatever this betrayal was, whatever this heavy time was for you. I don't know how long ago it was for you. It could have been since childhood. It could have been a divorce or a relationship. Don't know. What you're doing in the 3D right now, I don't know. But your energy in regards to love is just like, yo, chill. Taurus says, yo, chill. Slow chill. I'm not doing much in regards to love. I've been hurt enough. There's not a sense of bitterness here. Like I said, there's a sense of warmth and love here. Just not ready. Just not ready to, your heart's not ready to find that home just yet. It's not ready to go out there and just find the next person and love on them, It's good that you're taking that time, for yourself and for your healing. I like it. Excuse me for just 1 second. Not affiliated. There's something there. What is that there? I ain't saying that it was great time, but you're doing your best to see the better times, or trying to feel best as best you can. You know what I mean? Yeah. Self-love, self-care, being happier. So it's trying to regain your balance. I don't think that you're dating anybody right now, or if you are, it's nothing serious. Twin flames, don't worry about the title. It's more about just rebalancing yourself, coming into alignment with who you are after something ended pretty abruptly, and just trying to regain yourself. Yeah. It's like relationships reflect our wounds, and taking time for introspection. Okay. You're looking in the mirror of the relationship, I think. Okay. So I don't think that you're talking to this person. I don't even think that you want to talk to this person. There's no friendship. There's no actual, it ending Tower. It's been over. It's already happened. It's just trying to reclaim yourself or your sense of independence in relationships, in regards to relationships or love. It's like this may have really hit you hard, this ending, or the fact that this relationship didn't work out the way that you wanted it to, especially if there were children involved, or you wanted a lifetime partner and this partner was very cold and detached, and they weren't willing to, they were more cold and detached and quiet, or silent they would give you the silent treatment or something like that, or there were there were arguments or disagreements, a lot of pain here. I don't want to try and dig down deeper, but these are all things that are flashing for me. And it's like, each one of you is going to be different. So this could have been somebody that gave you the silent treatment quite a bit, that was quiet a lot, that pulled their energy back a lot. And it's just like, after a relationship like this, so much pain, so much chaos, or arguments and frustration, cold detachment, at a certain point, you realize that this isn't, at some point, you realize that this wasn't happy. It wasn't making you happy. There's an emotional drain or strain on the connection. There was more pain and drain or strain on the connection. Don't know why I'm rhyming it like that, but those are all proper words for how I'm feeling. And it's like the plug was pulled on whatever this was. If it was, family ship where raising children together and living together and that whole thing, it was like the plug was pulled on it, and everything drained out all at once. Like the pool plug, you pull the plug on a pool and it drains out very quickly. So that's just what I'm seeing. So you're not dealing with this person. You're avoiding their calls. You've got your boundaries up in regards to this person. And some of you are still angry at this person, and or vice versa. So in regards to love, I think that most of you are reclaiming your happiness. You're getting back out there, just trying to feel good again. Feel the warmth of the sun and getting attention again, maybe enjoying social time with people, friends, maybe even dating. Just you're not putting your love into, your heart hasn't found a home yet. It wants to, but not yet. You are a very loving person, probably very intuitive, very unconditionally loving as a person. You're probably very outgoing and fun to be with, but these connections or this last cycle was meant to teach you some big lessons. And it takes time to process not just what happened within the relationship, but what you gained or learned from the relationship. That's important. What did you gain or what did you learn from the connection? Okay, it's gaining that clarity with the sun. You got to see what you got to see. If you're going through an ending or you've been through a lot of pain, it's just sorting through all of those painful moments to figure out, okay, what do I got to do? What do I got to do better? How can I improve? Or what was this meant to teach me, or what should I have learned from this kind of stuff? Those are kind of the things that I feel a lot of you are going through. And it could take some time, but right now your heart has already told me, not just yet. It's not time to open up just yet. It's not time to find a home just yet. You yourself aren't feeling it, so to say. You're feeling yourself right now and trying to regain your own balance and strength, emotionally. There's it's like your energy is saying, regardless of how long ago it happened, or it came apart, or it ended. I mean, it could have been yesterday. It could have been, 5 years ago, whatever, however long ago. The pain's still with you. I believe this is a tower that happened a while ago, but the pain still sits with you. It's like, hey, you're my best friend. The pain is my best friend. No, the pain should not be your best friend. But if that's the way you're living your life and that's what you're doing, then whatever. But when we fixate on all of the pain of the past, what happens? We are going to typically repeat painful cycles because that's what we're thinking about the most. That's what we're feeling the most. Because the more we think about the pain of the past, the more we still feel it. The more we still feel it, the more we're going to attract it to us. Okay. But I do see you are currently ending this cycle. If that has been a thing for you, what I just said, it's like you're edging on a switch or change here. You're ending the way you've been doing things because you're knowing now how to love yourself and respect yourself. So your manifestations in relationships will look different. Relationships can turn around on a dime sometimes. You can call back energies from the past. New relationships can come in. It's a switch that's about to happen. And I think it's going to make you very happy when this switch or this transition actually happens. But it's all about you learning basically why you think or feel the way you do. Why do you continually feel trapped in the past or pain of the past? Why do you feel like you give too much in relationships? Or why do you continually feel the pain of the past relationships? Why do you keep thinking about it? Now, it's almost as if all of those relationships, no matter how long ago that hurt you or whatever it is, it's like a shipyard, a ghost ship, some sort. I'm seeing a ghost ship. I don't know why I'm seeing this, but it's almost as if you're just like like the ships. Well, I like to say that the ships, you're on your own ship of life and setting your compass and setting your sails, but it's like the ships, all of the ghost ships that pass in the night or that you've passed in your life or that you've untethered from. It's almost as if you haven't fully let go of all of the people that you've tried to be in relationship with that hurt you. This could be family, friends. All of those swords are like you're holding on to all the ropes of the ships that you should have let go of a long time ago. They may not be there in the 3D. The 3 of Pentacles is in reverse. But you're holding on to them. It's like you're holding on to the shadows. You're holding on to all the negative memories, and that's what continually hurts you. It hurts you just as bad, even though those people are no longer in your life. So these are the choices that you have to make. Letting it go. Well, how do you let go of it? Only you can address those 10 swords. Why do you keep thinking about all of the pain that has been caused? Because you're only damaging yourself, continuing to hold on to it. And a lot of times we hold on to that kind of stuff. It's like you're not reconciling this pain within yourself. The balance and the forgiveness is within your power. You can regain the balance emotionally. Have you truly forgiven these people? Have you forgiven yourself? Oh, I felt that one. Okay, so you're working on this. In some of you may try to throw yourself into work and get busy so that you don't have to think about it. But guess what? In the middle of the night, when you have a moment of free space in your mind, it always goes back to the painful moments, doesn't it? That's who I'm talking to today. So, have you truly reconciled this within yourself, all of the endings and all of the pain that has been caused in your life? And have you been a part of it? A lot of times we can be our own worst enemy because we can say damaging shit to people, we can behave badly, and that can cause a lot of pain in our relationships. It's reconciling this. What has been your part of the connections, and what has been other people's parts of the connections. But sometimes we don't even want to look at what we've done. We just want to avoid it. Avoid it. Let's just avoid everything. Not anymore. Your energy is saying not anymore. It's time to look in the mirror. Look at whom you haven't forgiven, and is one of those people yourself. This is time for reflection and reviewing all of the pain you've been carrying. Fears, doubts, insecurities, even the shit that you've done in relationships, owning that. Accepting it. Because it's about an emotional release here. But it's all within your power to sit your energy down and to truly just look back and look over this stuff. And sometimes we don't even want to look over it because it's been too painful. I get it. Some of you may be going through therapy. Some of you may want to consider counseling or therapy if that's the case. Whatever. It's you reviewing it and bringing it up for review so you can release it in a healthy way, in a very healthy way. That's heavy. It's really heavy. But this release is actually part of self-love. You know, sometimes we just have to love the fact that we got fucked up. Sometimes we just have to love ourselves enough to say, you know, I fucked up. I did some bad shit. I hurt some people. Or I stayed way too long with people that hurt me. Whatever. Owning it. Looking at all sides or angles of it. And not allowing those insecurities about possibly being hurt again to come up. Because when you finally review this, you release it properly, then those insecurities go away more and more. You know what I mean? So when you're constantly holding on to the ships or the ghost ships of the past, and you're thinking about all the pain that's ever been caused to you, you will avoid situations. You will avoid love. You will avoid connecting. You'll avoid connecting here on heart space, in the heart space, because guess what? Even though you're an emotionally loving person, you're afraid of getting hurt. And we all do it. So at some point, we all do it. You can turn bitter and bitchy and cold and just slide your energy all the way back. Even though you're a very warm, engaging, fun, playful person, even though you're very warm-hearted and welcoming and very loving and even encouraging. But it's like when it comes to relationships, fuck a bitch. You know, I'm not dealing with it. You get to that point sometimes. But it's just looking at it, bringing it up for review, and processing why you still are holding on to the shadows of things that have passed you by. You know, are you holding them as trophies? Why are you still thinking about them? Some things just need to be forgiven and let go of, whether it's you or the other person that needs to be forgiven, and nobody else needs to do this but you. You can do it by yourself on your own. Okay, I will stop preaching. What's up, Angel Wings? Hey there. Oh boy, congratulations. We got a new love in the house. Whoop whoop. You better update us. All right, let's see. Well, we would hope that you would update us. Okay. You're ready to move forward. You're saying that um some of y'all got an attitude. I'm just going to say that. Some of y'all need to check your attitude because you just got attitude with me. Okay? You just got attitude with me through the cards, through the energy. I just felt it. Okay? So, there are some of you Tauruses. You may have a lot of fire in your chart. Well, let me tell you something. I don't care who the fuck you are, but don't you dare get attitude with me because your attitude is like you can be very stubborn. You can be very hard-headed, and you can be very, very difficult to deal with. There are some of you here that I'm talking to that are. And it's like you are pointing a finger at everybody else rather than looking at yourself. Well, guess what? Therein is your problem. That is your problem. Okay? That was a specific message for somebody that needed to hear it. Okay? So if you think you ain't got no problem and it's everybody else's problem, that's a problem. If you're not willing to say, hey, shit happens and everybody does it, you know? Ain't nobody perfect, including me, you know? Don't get attitude with me. Don't point the finger at everybody else. If you ain't willing to point the finger on yourself first, you may be the one with the problem. And that may be the problem here for some of you, why there's so much pain and so much heartache and the fact that nothing ever goes right. Well, guess what? Because you're not looking at the shit that you're doing that's fucking shit up for you. Just saying. Don't get nasty with me. Yeah, you're saying it's like on again, off again, in and out, maybe friends with benefits, but you never attract somebody that is, that nurtures you or loves you or wants a long-term situation with you. Yeah, okay. All right. Always friends with benefits, never anything solid, or people that only want you because of how you look, or it's just on again, off again, or nothing ever works. Flighty people that are in and out and gone, but never actually solidify and build. Okay? Well, you need to take a look at that. That's what you need to forgive, or you need to reconcile within yourself. Why is this happening? Is it because of me and something I'm doing? Or is it because of everybody else? Well, everything starts with self first. So is it because of all of your fears, because of everything you've been through in the past, you're automatically afraid of everything going to come back to haunt you, or you got some skeletons in your closet that you need to get out? Yeah. There you go. Look at what you're doing. Look at yourself first before looking at anybody else. All right. So let's look at some things that you can do to improve relationships currently. Queen of Wands says getting attention. It is self-assuredness, being self-assured, feeling very confident, being a multitasker. What are some other words that are coming up for me? A Queen of Wands is very attractive, very confident, very self-assured, doesn't, cheerful and energetic, doesn't, can take action and does get things done, but doesn't chase. They attract. So at this point, it's you need to learn how to stop chasing after. Don't go chasing waterfalls, you know what I'm saying? It's time for you to attract the right things to you, or the right people to you. And it's all about your attraction, not how you look. It's how you attract vibrationally. because that's what's going on here. I thought that it was. So for those of you that you think that everybody else is the problem, you are the problem. Look at yourself first. Okay? If you don't want to hear that, fucking bye. Because I'm not here to sugarcoat shit for anybody. Nobody's perfect. And I ain't saying it, people ain't done you wrong and ain't hurt you. But you got to look at yourself first. Put them outside and just look at yourself and, okay, why am I always attracting this bullshit to me? It's either the things you think or the way you feel, or some limiting beliefs that you've got going on, or some deep fears that you've got. That needs to be addressed, and that's what I just talked about. And it's about making better choices for yourself. Better choices can be thinking more positively about yourself, about relationships, letting go of past wounding, forgiving yourself, forgiving others. There's something that's got to happen, because it's all about your attraction. Right now, you've probably been dealing with a very long cycle of painful relationships. Lots. And in order to change that, you've got to change how you attract. If you are chasing the wrong people, or if you chase after people that have already hurt you and let you down, and I don't know what you're doing. It's all about your attraction. Okay? There we go. All right, so you just told me everything I needed to know about you. How y'all doing? Hey, everybody in the shadows, what's up? Good, I hope you do, and congratulations, Angel Wings. I hope you're happy, baby. I'm not affiliated with the silver and red can. I'm just an addict. That's right. Connoisseur. Yeah, connoisseur. Okay, this is everything I said. And this is what you're attracting to you, and this is why you're attracting it to you, because some of you may be drop dead gorgeous. Let me just say to you, some of you may have banging bodies, and you may have a mass sex appeal. Okay, but that ain't what you're looking for. All right. A lot of you are attracting that kind of energy towards you because of how you look. It's not about how you look that's attracting people, although that may have been you in the past. Your energy is trying to make a switch and transition from how you've attracted people in the 3D to how you attract people vibrationally. Because right now you're telling me that you don't realize, but you keep attracting people that don't go the distance, that maybe give you that false reality that maybe this is going to last forever. And it just ends up in pain and heartache. Heartache and pain, a lot of suffering, a lot of pain. Okay? Hey, Jess, what's up? I hope you get everything that you're thinking you're going to get. That's awesome. Keep manifesting it. But if you would like a private reading with me, you can schedule that in the description down below by clicking the link. It says Book with Feather. This is an attraction. This is what you're attracting because it's already happened before. Do you see? You're in 10 swords here. What you're doing in love, where you're at in love, holding on to all this pain and all these painful things. Okay, cold, detached, painful shit, possibly verbal abuse, just pain. That has to be healed. It has to be addressed. All right, because moving forward, if you don't address it, you're going to attract the same thing again. It's going to be a repeat of the same shit that you've went through with another person or with the same person, whatever you decide to do, until you decide to switch that, because Even though you may not realize that, how do I put this? It's fears. It's what I thought over here, with the tower and all the pain. It's like you're holding on to the ghost flames, or you're holding on to the ghost ships. All the things that went wrong, that hurt you from the past, possibly going all the way back to your childhood. I don't even know. But that's what's holding you back and keeping you from standing up and doing a better job. It's your fears that are holding you back. Codependency for some of you keeps you coming back to it keeps you coming back. If that's you and you keep returning to a negative situation, a very painful situation that should have been over a long time ago, that's codependency, possibly even addiction, obsession, lust, that kind of stuff. You're going the wrong way. Okay? So we keep repeating those cycles. We're going to keep attracting those people. It's not about the 3D. It's about changing how we attract people into our lives. It's about our vibration. So you may get a lot of attention, and it may not be the greatest attention. Because underneath it all, what stalls you out, what keeps you from really fighting for a relationship or going after what you want, is the devil energy. So some of you may be addicted to sex, or you may be addicted to how certain people look. It's not about that at all. You need to address a deeper issue, emotional and mental issue, or you're going to repeat the same cycles. It's just going to keep going. It's going to be another 10 of Swords. It's going to be another cycle of pain. I hope not. Damn, I hope not. Tell me what we can do to get this switch, because you're failing to see it. Some of y'all may be so sexually attracted to people that you don't see anything else. You're just attracted to the outside. Some of you may just be like, it's only about sex. It's only about physical. It's only about the lust and obsession. Look, somebody needed to hear this. I'm just telling you. Well, has it worked before? Huh? Because you might need to address that shit. If you're wanting true love and happiness, until you reconcile this and see this for what it is that you're doing, you don't want to. You don't want to. Okay. All right. You're being stubborn. But until you do, you're not going to get anything worth investing in. And you already know that. You already know it. A lot of times we gaslight ourselves, right? We gaslight ourselves. I don't want love. I never want to be loved again. Bullshit. You're the first person that wants love the most. But your behaviors say something else. You're wanting 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. You're definitely wanting happily ever after with another person. You're wanting to share your life with somebody. You're wanting it. But I believe that you've been hurt so many times, or whatever. You may have turned into a player, or maybe you've been played so many times that it's just like, I don't even want love anymore. I see who you are. I see how warm and loving you actually are. Very loving, very giving. But because of something that's happened to you, we all do it. You turn cold and detached, and you just don't even want to deal with the heart space. Okay? Well, that's because of fears. I'm afraid of being hurt again. You don't want to argue. You don't want to fight. You don't even want to deal with it. You're just, I surrender. Well, somewhere inside of you, you do want a long-term commitment. You do want family. You want a support system. You want longevity with another person. Yes, you do. And possibly even marriage, children, all of it. But until you balance this and reconcile this within yourself and see for yourself or admit to yourself that you do want 10 pentacles with somebody, you do want the long term with somebody, you're going to continue this cycle with people. Because a sex only relationship for somebody that wants a 10 of pentacles, 10 of cups is going to be void. It's going to be empty. It's going to be cold. It is not going to be fulfilling, meaningful, or satisfying in any way, shape, or form. You're only continuing to do damage to yourself. You do what you want. I'm just showing you what's here. Because when you refuse to show up in the emotions and you're a king or a queen of cups, guess what? You're doing yourself a disservice. You are a king or a queen of cups. That's one of the first cards out here. Backed by the sunshine. Actually, the sunshine. You are a warm, loving, deeply loving, emotionally deep, amazing individual. When you turn sour and bitter and hateful, or you repress the best parts of yourselves and you block your heart space, you end up hurting yourself because you turn into somebody that really just like a dragon lady. You just don't care. Or dragon man, whatever. You just don't care. You don't care who you hurt. You don't care. You don't care. And that's not who you are. That's not who you are. So reconciling this, or forgiving yourself for things of the past, for hurting people, for playing people, or for hurting people, or for being played. That's all within yourself, and it has to be reconciled within your own emotions so that you can move forward to what it is you truly desire. And what you're truly desiring is a 10 of Pentacles. You want love and money long term. You want a family support system. You want it all, and you should have it all. But you've got to see that for yourself, you know? Otherwise, you can talk to people, and you can have sex with people, and you can have friends with benefits with people, and you can party all night and have these whatevers you have with people. But it's going to end up hurting you most because it's not truly turning out to be what you want, which is 10 cups. You can't it's very rare that you meet somebody at a bar and they end up being your happily ever after. It's very rare. I'm sure somebody's done it, but it's very rare. Usually you get drunk and, well, you don't remember you don't know their name, and you're waking up next to them, or some bullshit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or they may hang around for a couple days, couple weeks, and then they're gone. You know, you don't even know their last name. That sucks. Some of y'all do that shit. Whatever. I ain't judging nobody. I'm just saying. So clearly my Tauruses have been through some shit, whether you did it or whether other people did it. And it's the cool thing here is you're showing up as king and queen energy here. And you're showing me heart. You're verbally expressive, very intelligent. You're mentally intelligent. Oh my gosh. Yes. No problem. No problem communicating. Very good at communicating. Very good at communicating how you feel and what you're thinking. You have no problem expressing your passion. That's clear. You have no problem expressing your emotions. The problem is solidifying a relationship. That's what's missing, the Queen of Pentacles. The problem is solidifying and nurturing a relationship long term. And that's what you're saying. The universe is saying you have to change. And you have to be the one to do it. This is all on you. So, what are those fears? Are you afraid to forgive yourself? Are you afraid to forgive people of the past? Are you afraid to love somebody? Are you afraid to have heart-to-heart communications with somebody? Are you afraid to go down on a deeper level with somebody because you've been hurt before? Whatever. Beauty is only skin deep. Well, not really. Physical attraction is skin deep. Sex is, physical attraction and stuff like that. But there's a lot of people that are attracted to people's souls and people's hearts. There's a lot of people that are attracted to how somebody makes them feel, not just how they look. And I think some of you may have been in relationships where people only saw your skin. Like they only looked at how you looked on the outside. Has anybody ever truly loved you as deeply as you love? I'm just bringing up whatever's coming up from the universe. That's what I do. Because I see that you have forward motion here in relationships. I see that you have passion, that you have determination. Some of you may be communicating with people now. Let's see where this goes. In relationships, there is forward movement. There surely is passion and communication. So y'all may get a lot of looks. Y'all may get a lot of whistles. Y'all may get a lot of attention because of how you look. Don't know. Some of you may be online dating, something like that. Okay. So I see most of you right now in relationships. If you're online dating, if you are communicating, if you are in relationships now, connecting to people, communicating with people, not a total hermit. You know what I'm saying? You're in the energy that I was talking about. You're in the devil energy, 4 of Pentacles energy, death, rebirth energy. So you are in need of changing this and seeing this for what it is. So you're going to repeat cycles that you've repeated before, and I've already said that, until you stop doing what it is you're doing. Okay? So if you move forward in relationships without addressing this shit, okay, you're going to continue to repeat a toxic pattern, a toxic, unhealthy pattern. Okay? So you're not doing your transforming. You're showing me right now, you're not doing your transformation. You're not doing the work that you need to do in order to end toxic cycles or unhealthy situations, unhealthy patterns, codependency, whatever it is. You're moving straight on. You don't care. You're going to continue to do what you're doing. And until you address it, you got to go back and address it. You got to go back and look at it. You got to go back and look at the pain, the situations, your patterns. What do you keep thinking or doing that keeps causing you negative results? I'm talking about devil energy here, y'all. friggin' devil energy. You're going to continue to do it. You're going to do it again. You're going to repeat a same cycle of toxicity or an unhealthy pattern until you stop moving forward in it. You're being foolish by continuing to advance yourself in relationships if you're not addressing this shit first. Something about forgiveness and reconciling within your heart space. Just repeating a negative cycle, and then it's going to end up in a tower moment. Okay? Until you decide to stop. This is like reckless behavior, but I don't know. It's just foolish behavior. It's just foolish behavior. So I don't know if you're talking to a specific person, if you're trying to, there's something that's got to be addressed from your past. Something that was painful has got to be addressed, and you've got to see it for yourself. So for those of you who are just like play in the field, being a player, there's some clarity that you need to have in order to, there's an epiphany or an awakening that you need to have in regards to long-term commitments. So some of you, again, you may fear being hurt in commitments, in serious relationships. So you may jump from one person to the other. You may not even stop long enough to actually do any kind of healing. You may not take 3-4 months before you're back at it again in another relationship. Some of you, not even that long. Some of you, it's like from one to the other, to the other, to the other. That doesn't give you a second to heal. Just because you're getting attraction or somebody's sexually attracted to you or wanting to, I don't know, take you out. Have you really done your healing? Because I'm not seeing it. You're just taking that devil right on with you down the road. So for whomever I'm talking to, hey, Jimmy. Hey, Voyager, what's up? Hey, Nugent, Hone, Hoan, Hone. I don't even know if I said that right, and I do apologize, but there you go. So you're just going to keep repeating this toxic pattern and until you address whatever this is, okay? So, yeah, I mean, you can still date, you can still talk to people and all that stuff. You can do the healing while you're in a connection, but it's like, if you know that you're wanting something long-term and serious, why do you keep behaving like this? And why do you have to have the attention or the sex or the drugs or the alcohol or the whatever the fuck it is? I don't care. But it's like, if you really truly want 10 of Pentacles and you're saying nothing ever works out for me, nothing ever works out for me, well, it never will. You can go all in, you can try again, but until you address this within yourself and you see it clearly, you know, this is a you thing. It's all got to happen within yourself. This is an epiphany or an awakening that you have to have for yourself, within yourself. It could be involving a marriage, a previous marriage, or it could be about fear of commitment or something like that, okay? This one was tough, but if you want a better relationship, stop carrying on the same damn way that you've been carrying on. Sit your ass down, take a fucking time out, and address within yourself what you're doing that keeps giving you the same damn results. But until you change that, you're going to keep getting the same results with the same person or with multiple people. I don't care. If you keep doing relationshiping the same way, you are apparently doing something that's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for you. The devil's out here twice in the upright. So it's like, you know what? I can't help you. Nobody can help you. No amount of sex can help you, no matter how great that is. No amount of hugs can help you. No amount of anything can help you. You've got to help you here. Some of you may have a sex addiction. Some of you just turned into a fiend. None of my business. I'm just seeing it here in the cards for somebody. Some of you may have turned to drugs and alcohol. Some of you sex to kind of replace the loss of love. That's not love. And you're showing me one of the most beautiful cards here. No matter all the pain, you are an extremely, deeply, emotionally loving, unconditionally loving, soulful person. So, what do you need to do? You need to sit. You need to stop for a little bit. Just a little bit. Stop giving energy to the wrong shit. To the devils. To the wrong shit. That devil could be you. Could be other people. And really address what this 10 swords means to you. You know? Really address whether or not you're making healthy choices for yourself and what the healthy choices look like for you. Maybe make a couple lists. You know? Because it's like, you may have just been wanting to focus on yourself and work and things like that, and your family, your children, whatever, your community, but not love so much. Maybe you've been climbing the ladder, the status ladder. And that's okay. There's a confidence shift that has to happen here. And a realization that has to happen within yourself about what you truly want. And I believe most of you do want long-term happily ever after with another person. Commitment. Solid support. And how do we get that? How do we get that? Some of y'all, it just may simply be that you've been very angry at some shit that went down in the past with somebody, and you have not forgiven them. Well, it's time to reconcile that within yourself, maybe even reconcile that within the situation. Forgiveness isn't just for another person. That person doesn't even have to be there. The forgiveness is for you. It sets you free. It allows that anger, stress, frustration, that toxic energy to just, you know what, I forgive you. I can no longer hold on to this because those ghost ships, even though they're still they're shadows of past shit that hurt you, and I understand. It may take a long time for some of you to let go of painful situations. Each one of us is going to be different, right? How long we process things, but it's still hurting you the more you think about it. The more you process it, the more you think about it, the more you feel about it. All right? Them's the words, them's messages. That's what I got for you today. Go back and watch it again. I tell you exactly what's going on. And the universe shares with you through me what you can do to improve relationships, because you will repeat painful cycles again. The devil, the tower. If you don't take, if you're trying to move too fast in relationships, if you're trying to go too fast, or you're trying to move on away from actually addressing this, you're going to repeat it again. That's the way it happens. Okay? It's not always easy having to look at what we've done, but in situations where, them's the words, them's the messages, but this, as a wrap up, what I'm getting here is, it's not always easy when we've done something wrong to forgive ourselves. But even if that's not the case, can you forgive someone else? And it doesn't matter if you're talking to that person or not. It doesn't matter who it is or how long ago it was. Have you truly forgiven that person? Why not? Why not? And for some of you, you play the blame game and you throw the blame off on everybody else, like you're perfect and you do no wrong. It's only for some of you. It's not all of you, but you know who you are. Okay. But from what I got from that, there are some of you that's the issue. It's not about what anybody else has done, or it's always about looking within ourselves. Do we keep letting this person return? Do we keep going back to the same situations? Do we keep repeating the same patterns in relationships or with certain people? Well, that's what needs to be looked at and reflected upon. Why? Okay? And sometimes we just need to forgive ourselves and say, you know what? Shit happened. Shit happened and went down, but I'm not giving any more energy to that bullshit anymore. I'm not thinking about it anymore. I'm not going to stress about it anymore. And let it go and actually move on. And it feels good when we finally stop the blame game and stop focusing all the pain on the past, and we just say, you know what? I'm confident, I'm secure, I'm sure, I'm amazing, and I'm going to attract the best relationship that I can and go on and do it. Them's words, them's messages. That's what I got for you today. Like, share, subscribe, join the tribe, and I hope to see y'all around real soon. Namaste.